Okay guys, we're back today. Any questions about the stuff we went over?
I do have a question.
Yeah.
My speaker list comes up automatically.
Yes, that was my question.
Yeah. Okay, and the way we're gonna fix that is if you go into the gray screen, we'll take the speakers out. So remember what we did? So get into the gray screen. And it's not that big of a deal, I mean, that your speaker list comes up, because what it's asking you is, do you want to set up your speakers? So it's kind of a good thing. But if you don't want it to come up,
Every time.
I'm going to show you how to take it off. All right?
What if it just doesn't matter? You know,
It doesn't matter. All you have to do is click
Yeah.
the red box out, and that's it. It's no big deal.
That's one extra.
So it's not that big of a deal. Okay? But, you know, what we need it for and what we're going to be doing, you don't really need it right now. Okay? So if you go into the Alt-U in the gray screen, you want to translate, speaker list, and then take your speakers out. So the only thing that you should have in there is 0 for the witness and 1 for the court.
I don't have the port.
Okay, so what you should have in there is 0 for the witness and 1 for the court.
She doesn't have a port.
Put it in, is what I'm saying. What you should have.
I already have it. It's like I have it like when I. Okay.
Put it in the list.
I had two.
What's that? I mean, you can if you want. Because all you got to do when the thing pops up, all you have to do is just X out of it. It's no big deal. It's not that big of a deal. But if it bothers you that bad that the speaker list pops up when you go into real time, take out your speakers.
Or go to Alt-U and then where else?
Translate.
I had to figure out my computer, so sorry.
I do have a question though. I mean, there's
And
these
then
two.
speaker list.
There's two boxes down on the bottom that says job dictionary, save in or load from. Couldn't you just exit out of those? I mean, like, wouldn't that trigger it if you just turn them off? Like, stop the triggering? No, you have to actually erase all these in the master list. That's a royal pain. Okay. There's got to be a better way.
So I put it in here.
Oh my gosh, you have to, like, this takes too long.
Put it in the master also.
Okay.
Put it in the master also.
There's got to be a better way. I'm sorry. It's just...
David, if I take them all out, does that mean we're gonna put them all back?
And if you did, can you share?
There's got to be a better way.
It should still come out.
Speaker data. So I put it master
I'm gonna look it up.
right here.
Because that's bothering me.
Oh, you're welcome. And if she brings some more next week, I'll buy
Peter
some more,
did
but I'm not
speak
keeping that stuff.
I want to. I want it in the master.
When they click on it, it puts change. Now put it in both, the current and. And I think, I haven't really messed with it enough, but I think what may trigger that, try to get into a real time, what may trigger that list is when you have stuff in the master. So try it.
Nothing popped up.
Okay. Then I think it was just taking out those speakers. So everybody's okay
Yeah.
with the way you want to do it?
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Whether keep it or not. Yeah, that's okay. I don't care.
Okay guys, real quick, pay attention. Real quick, next week we have Eclipse Monday and we have Eclipse Tuesday. We don't have Q&A on Tuesday, okay? I think they're gonna maybe figure out how to maybe get you a test that you can take online if you want to take your Q&A test for next week. So you can ask Ms. Woodard about taking a test next week if you want to take your Q&A test. If not, then it just is what it is. We do not have class next Wednesday or Thursday. That's Thanksgiving. Okay, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and then Thanksgiving is on Thursday.
I think
Because
that was
somebody's
the
mail.
We'll be in here.
We'll be next door on Monday, because I think they have a class here on Monday. and then we'll be back here on Tuesday. Okay? Does everyone have that?
Yeah.
Class on Wednesday and Thursday, but Monday and Tuesday are off.
Yes, that.
I won't be here next week.
You won't be alone.
You're not gonna be here either?
Huh?
You're not gonna be here
Not
either?
on Wednesday and Thursday. But if you come on Thursday, bring some turkey for
Pie.
Katie and yourself. Okay? Guys, we're finishing up the last few sections tonight, and we're done. Okay? And then we're going to start practicing putting everything together now. Yeah.
One last question. Tomorrow, are we going to have jury church? Did you guys say anything about that?
Tomorrow?
Yeah, if we don't see
Normal
you on
Thursday.
Yeah, you might
Thursday.
be-
Oh yeah, then you will.
So it's
Yeah.
jury church.
Then you should have jury charge.
If you want to come.
Yeah. So you know what? Let me text him right now and make sure that that's what he's going to do.
Oh.
So any questions about the stuff we've gone over so far? Any questions about the speakers, the examination stuff, any of that? No?
No.
Awesome.
I do have one question about that.
What?
When we built it, we did the witness, the court, attorney 1, 2, 3, and 4, but we also did a red, and a few
Woman,
others.
woman, man, man.
Yes, a few others. So why are they not in there? Just because?
I think we globaled them.
You just global.
Oh.
That's all you
They're
did.
just in your
Okay.
dictionary.
Yeah.
Unidentified man, unidentified.
Yeah, they're just global.
Okay.
Hey, my unidentifieds are gone.
They're not in your dictionary?
Well, they're not in my speaker list though.
Okay. So we're going to finish up classes today, and then we're going to practice doing what we've been doing with our speakers, putting it together, direct examination, stuff like that. And then I'm going to show you how to put in your title pages and then start filling those out. So we're going to start practicing all of the drams, putting in your block files. Okay? All right. So prefixes and suffixes.
Let's see how Total Eclipse handles prefixes and suffixes. Your Steno dictionary probably includes common prefixes to hook onto a following word, and suffixes to hook onto a previous word. Eclipse does a great job of adjusting spellings as it adds prefixes and suffixes, but please remember, it will only adjust the spellings if braces surround both the delete space symbol and the prefix or suffix text. Eclipse will not automatically adjust spellings if only the delete space symbol is within braces.
So we've done this already, okay? You know how important the braces are, okay? Not reinventing the wheel, not splitting the atom. It's all stuff that we've already done, okay? And somebody asked me the other day about, you know, when we global stuff, it needs to be in brackets, right? No, no, not everything goes in brackets, okay? Not everything goes in brackets. Brackets is telling the software to do something. And the something with the prefixes and suffixes is put it together and change it. So when you have study and you put an S, it automatically drops the Y, adds the IES. You don't have to do anything. All you do is the W in hyperkeys and choose the S, and it already knows what to do. Are you guys even using that?
Yeah.
Have y'all used it? Guys, if you're
Oh, yeah, all the
not,
time.
holy cow, you're behind. Use it. It's awesome. I mean, and just mess around with it. You know, when you're practicing and like include, I'm gonna do W, D, included. W, G, including. W, S, and it changes it by itself, okay? Even if it has the ED for included, well, it may, I mean, if it can add an S, then it will, okay? If it includes, and you do it with the ing, then it'll change it. It'll drop off the S, add the ing. It won't add the ings. Y'all know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you have include or included, no. If you have including and you do, you know, the W for the endings and you add S, it will add the S to the ing. Okay?
Thanks.
So we can try that right now. Get on your machine real quick and we'll try it. And I want you to write this. She was include. She was include.
Oh, there we go. It's, writer's not working very well. I wrote it. Why isn't it? Oh, that's, oh, it's doing that. I gotta start over.
Why is it doing it twice?
It does that sometimes. I just have to start. I use this feature all the time, so we're good.
Well, it doesn't matter. As long as you have include on there once,
Yeah. I use it all the time.
just stroke it out. I am include. Or is that how you want to do include? You can.
I do
That's actually
KLU.
good.
I do KLU for clued.
No,
Include.
because I wrote any.
Any clued. Oh, you have to
It
do
doesn't matter.
IN on the right.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Do you want that as your include?
K-O.
Include.
I thought I had a brief for
Include is good.
I do.
Include is good.
it. Yeah.
I do KLU and then KLUD for included.
And just, no, all you do is just global it and put it in your dictionary.
Yeah. Sometimes some of the endings it doesn't have those, so
The ending, I-N, and include K-L, long U.
I need to restart
Put it
this.
in your dictionary.
I don't know why it's doing weird stuff.
Okay, so get on include, hit W,
I need to restart this.
and hit G. See how we changed it? Drops the E as the ing.
Oh, okay.
Got it?
Oh, yeah.
Time because I get my
See, the brief for
You see what he would, you get like in front of the I, you get a W.
Oh, that's what I was.
Okay.
It's from that book.
So stay on including. Pay attention, guys. Get on including. Hit W. Now hit S.
Oh, cool.
See how I put includings?
No, I didn't do the IN.
Well, I mean, including's in the word. So if it's not a word, then it may change. It'll change it. Okay. If it's not. Yeah. So if it's not a word, it's going to change it. Okay. It's going to change it. But there's also one in there. If you get on include. And I think it's H is INGS. So they already have an INGS. You don't have to go in there and do W, G, W, S. It's already
Hyphen
in there.
even.
Do the W2.
No, go to the I. And then W.
Oh, yeah.
No, on the keyboard.
Yeah, it hyphenates it.
David, is it?
Oh, just
Let
W
me see. Well, if you look how it's written in here.
And then G.
or G.
Why is it written like
That's G.
Push G here?
Yeah. That's all you have to do. So it's not on your machine, it's on your computer. Yeah?
Is it supposed to look like that?
No.
Okay. That's what mine is doing too.
What's that?
Well, if you do the, yeah.
So W, whoops.
Probably because it's not a word.
Yeah, it's not really, it's including isn't a word. Okay, so let's go to,
I'll do run, because I don't know.
yeah, find. So F-I-N-D, find. Now get on the word, W, and then hit H,
That worked.
and it works. So now get on it again, on findings, hit W, and hit D.
Findings it. Findings it.
Is there
Did
a
It
way?
may be,
It did the hyphen EST.
You got an EST, I got an ed.
Oh, did you?
David, I have a question. So, what if you want to take off a prefix or a suffix? What's the fastest way? Do you have to shave it from the word
yeah, you
after
probably
it?
have
Is
to
that
get on the other word and then just shave it. Which is what? S.
S.
No, S. Get on the word in front and then just do SSS and then start shaving it from the back.
That sucks.
'Cause it doesn't. We'll do it on mine.
It's always fun to do the letters of the here. It's like, where is the book? Okay, so let's do S, 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 S.
I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe it's a student version. I don't know. But like on mine, it just changes it. So if it's find, it's find.
Findings
That's-
ed is not a word though.
Hmm?
Maybe it's just because if it's not a word or defined.
Finded. Yeah. You
Finded.
say it. It's been said.
Well, we did funding ed or finding ed, not finding ed. So
Finding it.
well, because we did the ings ending and then we did the ed ending, so you'd have to.
Okay, I just got a text back from Nathan, and y'all are going to have jury charge tomorrow. Okay, so for those of you that were asking, it's jury charge tomorrow. Okay?
Eclipse comes with a prefixes and suffixes kit with a dictionary that includes several hundred entries. All you have to do is decide whether you want to use the steno that is given as an example, or press the enter key to get inside and change the steno to something that you know you would write. The documentation shows how these prefixes and suffixes, added to common root words, could help translate uncommon words beautifully. Much more could be said about prefixes and suffixes, but this is the subject of a separate in-depth ePower video tutorial
For
which
69
shows
bucks.
you step by step how to take advantage of the prefixes and suffixes kit.
Any questions? Awesome. Guys, if you're not using that, use that. Okay? It's super duper helpful. Okay? And it's going to cut your editing time a ton. You'll find. Okay? And sometimes it'll just mess things up or whatever. And then you can go through there quick and just start editing and just G, ing, and just, it's good. Trust me. Start using it if you haven't. We only learned it on week 3. So if you haven't started using it, use it.
Occasionally, you'll need to add a prefix or suffix while editing. You can click on a toolbar icon or open the Edit menu to insert a prefix or suffix, or press hyperkey W. At this dialog, G is a shortcut. And this time I'll use the shortcut D. And if
So you see what it does right there? So do the word occur. Now get on the word occur, W, and then D. And see how it knows to add that extra R-E-D? You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do a thing. Now do story. Like she was telling a story. S-T-O-R-Y, right? Everybody come up?
O-I-R.
Huh?
S-T-O-I-R.
Store? Story?
That's how I do it too.
Huh?
Sawyer.
I-R.
Story?
Story.
No, but it comes out as story. S-T-O-R-Y, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just tuck the E ending.
And then get on story, do W and S.
Oops.
Quick question.
Yeah.
These are just with suffixes. Do they have any prefixes like this?
You know, I don't know why they call it prefixes, suffixes. There's not any prefixes in there. I don't know. Yeah, there's not any. All of them are suffixes. So I don't know why they call it a prefix, suffix tutorial. All of it's suffixes.
Could you add prefixes in there?
Oops. I'm getting fancy.
I guess you could. I'd be real careful with that. And they're going to show you how to change these things. I'd be real careful with that. Okay? You're going to use prefixes a ton more than you are prefixes. You're going to
That's
use
redundant.
suffixes. What did I say?
You said prefixes more than
Yeah,
prefixes.
you're going to use prefixes way more than you're going to use prefixes.
Yeah.
All right? You're going to use suffixes way more than you're going to use prefixes. Okay? So, I don't know that I would mess with it. You can, and they're probably going to show you how to do it. So,
Maybe like just R-E would be nice, you know, re
Yeah.
and ones that are used a lot.
so let's see if they show
Of
you.
course, these suffixes were added with the proper spelling adjustments. Much more could be said about prefixes and suffixes, but this is the subject of a separate in-depth e-power video tutorial, which shows you step by step how to take advantage of the prefixes and suffixes kit.
Like in and
Okay, so see where you, let me see if it, let me see what it does. So see down here, guys, I'm going to show you how to do it. I don't suggest you do it, but if you want to, whatever. And when you mess it up, call support. Don't call this cat, okay? But you see down here where it says H equals this, that's where you change it. So you can go in here and change that. And if you want it to be a prefix of TH, but you have to do it right. You see where the caret is? And then it has like a little, it has the dash, so it's telling it to hook it on. Here you don't need the brackets, but you need to do it right. I don't suggest you do it, but if you want to do it, that's how you do it. Any questions? Good. Okay, any questions about prefixes, suffixes?
No.
Awesome. Pay attention. This is pretty important too.
Let's see how to use the Backup and Restore wizard. To start the process, you can either click on the toolbar icon or pull down the Tools menu and select Backup. When the wizard opens, it supposes that you will want to back up your main dictionary and user settings, since these are such important files. Anything else in your Jobs folder can be selected by putting a check in the box next to Work Files. Next, here the Backup wizard is letting me select which user settings I want. And now, which work files I want to back up. Now, where do you want to store the backup? It could be a removable drive, such as a USB flash device, and other choices include an auxiliary directory that you use habitually, and which Eclipse will remember. You could also browse to any folder.
So if you don't find what you're looking for, come to this browse. And the browse will open
Your
kinda like-
files.
no, it opens like, your documents, all of that stuff in, what is that, like Word or whatever?
Yeah,
I
your
can't-
desktop files.
Yeah, desktop files. So it's going to ask you where you want to put it, and then all you have to do is just, kind of arrow down to where your thumb drive or your external hard drive is, and then back it up.
Including folders for service.
So right here. So if you open, the browse, it'll open, to this thing. Do you want it to your PC? Do you want it to documents, desktop, any of that stuff? Okay?
Services like Dropbox or OneDrive, in which case your backup folder exists not only on this computer, but also, if you have internet access, is stored in the cloud. So it's a kind of double backup. Okay. To restore files, you can either click on an icon on the toolbar, or pull down the Tools menu and select Restore. Here I'm restoring from the same spot where I had backed up my files. Here are the work files that I had backed up, and my user settings, my main dictionary, as well as the personal spelling dictionary files. Okay?
Question. So when it saves it to the cloud, can you designate that it goes to your personal cloud, or is there like some cloud that you
Yeah.
have to make up separate from the
Well,
personal?
it has to be on your computer.
Right.
So if you don't have cloud, then it's not going to take it to a cloud. If you have a cloud account, then it will be one of your options.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah. Are you knocking?
Yeah.
Was that your phone? Oh, okay. Any questions? Good.
Nope, I just backed mine up.
Excellent. Huh?
I just backed mine up.
So would you recommend a cloud or like a separate zip drive kind of thing?
I use an external hard drive. I haven't used the cloud enough to really know whether it's good or bad. All I know is it's out there. People have told me once you put it out there, whether people can get it or not, I don't know.
I put mine on Dropbox. I back mine up on Dropbox.
Well, it's still the same thing. So whether you're putting it out there, you're putting it out there on the web.
Oh, just my dictionaries. I don't care if anybody.
Well, it doesn't matter what you're putting out there. You're putting it out there, so whether somebody has access eventually to it, yeah. The only way they're going to get it off your computer or your external hard drive is by stealing your computer or your external hard drive. So that's why, and it's not like, I don't have, how to build a rocket ship, on this thing, so the Russians are going to come and get into my cloud and steal my files. No. But, sometimes when you're dealing with sensitive stuff like children's cases and stuff like that, and you want that out there, I don't know. Up to you.
Let's see how to zip or unzip files that are stored after transcription. The fast way to open the file manager is to use the speed key, Control F. Here's a file that I'd like to zip so that it takes less space. I could use the mouse to point to the zip button, or I could use the speed key, Alt, plus the underlined letter, C. Do I want to include the large audio file that is a part of this job? I'll answer no, and my preference will be remembered by the system. Zipping is now complete, as indicated by a new icon in the File Types column. Let's show the sub-file information for this job. Now let's open this WinZip file and see what's inside. Here, WinZip is showing that the compressed version of this job actually contains 5 files, and they take a lot less space than the zipped version. Notice this BAK file. It's just a second copy of my Eclipse text file that is created by the timed auto backup feature. That feature is described in a separate presentation. there's really no need to include the BAK file in the zipped versions of my jobs. So I'll go to the Settings button of the File Manager and add BAK to the list of files that I want excluded when Eclipse zips up one of my jobs. Before we illustrate the unzip process, let's delete some of these files that we know are contained within our WinZip version of this job. We can always recover them from the recycle bin, as you'll see later. I'll select the job and press unzip. The file has been unzipped. If I show the subfile information, here are the different files that were contained within the zipped version.
Got that? Good. Guys, I didn't stop it because it's way, way past what you need to do. I don't even use it. I really don't. I don't zip any files. I really don't.
And you wouldn't test us on that, correct?
You are going to be tested on that, though.
Find out.
Now you are. So I hope you paid attention.
Yeah.
Control F, choose what you want.
What is
Yeah.
that?
And then click one of the boxes on the left. Right?
Don't forget to stick your right foot out, stick it right
Yep.
back in.
Shake it all about. Whoa, jeez. That's scary.
No, it's thinking of the other.
Is everything in heater? Because it's cold.
It's an
Heater?
the AC or something because
That,
Oh, it's a fan.
oh,
fan,
it's
is-
a fan?
yeah, it's a,
A heater.
It's about to see it's broken if it's not working.
do you want to borrow my heating pad?
I just got my coat on. It's okay. Thank you though. Some people are considerate.
You want to borrow my heating pad?
I have one right here. No, I'm serious. Couldn't fit my hot water bottle in there, so you know.
Let's learn about that exit.
Huh?
You mean all the X?
That big old X. Big box around
Okay, guys, the rest of the stuff we've already done. So the spell check, not that big of a deal, and we already did the speakers. Okay? So, I mean, that's what we've learned is it. I mean, as far as you're going to be able to get out a document now. Okay? You should know enough to be able to move around, add stuff, delete stuff, back up stuff, putting files in, block files in. Okay? So we're going to do that now, and we're going to practice some of it now. Okay? So get on your machine. You know what? Let's get on a clean page. Everybody there? Anyone not? Is yours working?
Yes.
Good. So what was it? The machine?
The machine.
So you have to turn off the machine every time? You have to turn off the machine every time?
Yeah. Well, it messes up.
Huh?
When it messes up, yeah, I have to.
Yeah. Good luck with that. All right. Ready? So I'm going to start from the beginning, and this is going to kind of be how the final is going to be. Okay, and we're going to start practicing how the final is going to go. Okay, so does everyone have their speakers? I know there was a couple of you guys that weren't here. Does everyone have their speakers in?
Oh, you mean
No?
globaled?
Yeah.
Was that because I just
You don't?
erased them from the list?
Mine's gonna pop up. I'm good with it. I'm good.
Just pay attention real quick, and I'll show you how to do it. So hit the STPH FPLT. So it's top, bottom, top, bottom, bottom, top.
Is
So
that
you-
the one everybody erased just a little while ago?
Huh?
Is that what everybody just erased on their speakers?
No.
No, that's, I think, if you want to change the name of the speaker.
That was in the speaker list.
Yeah, the list.
Right there, you're on the first one. Make sure that it's right there.
I didn't know that.
I'm over here doing one.
I need little weights for this little finger thing. Oh, that's fine. Exercise those regularly.
I know. Pause that.
Sure.